And I'm back from Tampa, Florida from WrestleMania 37, the first WrestleMania I've ever been to. And I'm here to review night two. So, night two was probably my. I don't know if it was the best night. I'll tell you why. So, the first match was actually the shortest match of all of WrestleMania 37. It was only 5 minutes long. And it was The Fiend versus Randy Orton. Now, the only thing that saved this match was the amazing theatrics. The Fiend coming out of a big box that played Pop Goes the Weasel, and then the heel turn of Alexis Bliss in that cool makeup, and watching Randy Orton defeat the Fiend pretty much. I don't know. I mean, he already burned him alive. All he did was RKO him this time. It wasn't making him think he's going to defeat him for reals. And that's about it, the first match. Second match was so fucking long. Like, I remember thinking, man, the fucking Fiend match was like, I didn't even realize it was 5 minutes. I knew it was a short match. I just knew it just from that. But the next match felt so long, and I looked it up right after, because right after it happened on Wikipedia, it showed the match results, and then at the end it would show the times of the matches. The second match lasted 15 minutes long, and it was the crappiest match of the night. It was Nia Jax with the meth head. I mean, that girl, no offense to her, this is a light joke, and it's also a Tampa joke, because, Florida meth, haha, versus Natalia from the Hart family, and some other girl for the Women's Tag Team Championship. And my God, did that match drag on? It was so boring. Not the wrestling was okay, but why did it have to be 15 minutes long? They literally made Orton versus The Fiend a 5-minute match. Yet the women's championship match is almost as long as the main event of the night. And Nia Jax, who probably could give somebody multiple concussions in that time because she's such a horrible. I'm just kidding. I just like to make fun of Nia Jax's tendency to hurt her opponents horribly. And no, she didn't say by whole this time, which would have been great. The third match was an insane thing where Sami Zayn, who is insane, in the membrane, is convinced that there's a conspiracy against him, and is one of the dumbest storylines in a while, but it's fun and stupid. But Kevin Owens shut his fucking mouth and beat the shit out of him. There's some great reversal work, and Logan Paul gets punched in the face by Kevin Owens. No, he wasn't punched in the face. He was fucking diamond cut or something. I forgot. He KO'd him pretty much. Basically, everyone was shouting KO, 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 KO. And then Kevin Owens gave what he wanted us, and he diamond cut it like Diamond Dallas Page, Logan Paul, which he deserved, because fuck Logan Paul. He literally filmed a dead man's body, posted it on YouTube, thinking it would be good content, so fuck him. Anyway, the fourth match was the United States Championship match between Sheamus and Matt Riddle. Now, everybody wanted Sheamus to bro kick Matt Riddle, and he did, but it took it a while. For a lot of reverse stuff, a lot of great wrestling. Matt Riddle is, I don't know, there's a guy I was talking to outside. He said that he doesn't understand why Matt Riddle is so famous, but, he's a pretty good wrestler. But Sheamus was on the top of his game, reversing shit until he got the bro kick and won the match, which was great. Speaking of other stuff that wasn't so great, Hulk Hogan was there, which I was so excited because I love Hulk Hogan. It was so cool to see him in person, technically in person. We were in the same vicinity. But, I got to see him perform. But he got booed so much. Literally, people were booing him every time he talked. Titus O'Neil would get the cheers, Hulk Hogan would get the boos. And seriously, some people walked by when I was sitting down and say, "We don't want you here." And, people can't get over Hulk Hogan's past and sex tape, I think. I don't know. Maybe they're just really big Gawker fans, and they're so mad that Hulk Hogan destroyed Gawker. But you know who else pissed me? You know who really pissed me off the whole night? Bailey. She was just there all night being annoying, and she got her comeuppance by the Bella Twins of all people. And other than that, she was so annoying. Fuck that. No offense to Bailey. I think she's a great wrestler, but the whole time she was on screen on the Jumbotron. Megatron's is a Decepticon. On the Jumbotron, it was very cringy. Not her fault. It's just the line she was given and how she was told to play it. Yeah. Now back to the matches. The fifth match was a Norwegian drum fight, when really it was just a hardcore match with some drums outside, and Apollo Crews doing a terrible accent, which is fake, But yeah, she's Nigerian, but I don't know why he's doing that accent for. It's stupid. And Big E was gonna win the match. It was gonna be a fair match, but then of course there's interference and he lost the Intercontinental title in fucking Tampa. What the hell? How can they do that to Big E? My God. And then the sixth match was an amazing one. It was for the World's Raw. It was a tag team match, not tag team, for the Women's Raw Championship, whatever, Asuka's Championship, not anymore. But there was a great moment. There's a live performance from the person performing Ripley's horrible theme, Shia Ripley. My brutality. It was a terrible song. I fucking hate her theme. I don't really like her. And well, one guy got a wish. He said kiss her. He just shouted kiss her, and then halfway through the match, the challenger, I think Ripley or Chai Ripley, whatever her name is, gave Asuka a peck on the head. And there's a lot of great reversals, a lot of going from submission to pins, but at the end, Ripley won and became the new Raw Women's Champion. Now, that's not the cool part. The cool part was the main event, okay? So that's the main reason I went. So WrestleMania is literally going to happen next year, 20 minutes for me. I literally flew from Grand Prairie, Texas to Tampa, Florida, a fucking 3-hour flight to see WrestleMania. But next year I could have just literally walked there. I've literally walked to Arlington. It took like 2 hours to walk there, but I walked to there. I could literally walk there. But no, I went for one reason only, Edge. So Edge was supposed to face Roman Reigns by himself, but then fucking Daniel Bryan put his little dick in the middle and made himself. Wow, he was so whiny about it. He was like, "But I want to be at WrestleMania. I want to be at WrestleMania." Like, dude, you let Edge have his moment. He's like super old now. Not super old, but for an athlete, his age is very old. I remember one time my cousin's like, "Man, Roman was old. How old is he?" He's like, "He's 39. Like, that's old." Like, but yeah, for an athlete it is, because your body after that age isn't the same as it was. And it should have been Edge's moment, but of course WWE horribly booked it. And I'll tell you in a bit. But the match was amazing. The second I heard, "You think you know me," and Edge's theme started, everyone fucking applauded as Edge energized the crowd. And then he did some amazing wrestling. Of course there were spears from both Roman and Edge. There was a Superman punch. Edge speared Roman a couple times. Edge speared Daniel Bryan. Daniel Bryan was thrown to a table. Spears from both Roman and Edge. There was a Superman punch. Edge speared Roman a couple times. Edge speared Daniel Bryan. Daniel Bryan was thrown to a table, which he deserved. There's one thing. I don't understand Daniel Bryan. Like, people hate Roman Reigns because WWE pushes them, but yet suck off Daniel Bryan all the time and make him, like, literally, people sucked him off so hard. He went from having a match so short, that was like 18 seconds long in WrestleMania, and then at WrestleMania 30, winning 2 championships in one night. That's how much people sucked him off so hard. But then Roman Reigns is the WWE pushing him, and finally he's doing something that's cool, the heel turn, and people still boo him. I still boo him because I don't like him. Even his theme music is lame. Like, he's like the lamest superstar that WWE's trying to push so long. And of course he won, but why? I don't know. But it was a cool finish. Edge could have won multiple times. It wasn't for Daniel Bryan fucking messing it up. Now it would be like, well, he messed up. No, he didn't. Daniel Bryan literally knocked out the ref. His own damn fault that the ref didn't see Roman Reigns tap out at Fastlane. It was his own fault. Edge was just sealed the deal because he was mad at Daniel Bryan for being a limp dick loser and whining he wanted to be at WrestleMania, so he hit him with a chair. That's all that happened. It was Daniel Bryan's own fault. He didn't win at Fastlane. So it was his own fault he didn't get to be WrestleMania Universal Champion. So what else does he do? He messes up Edge just a bunch of time. Edge could have won. He speared Roman. He did an amazing spear. He had him down. He was about to do a 3 count, but then Daniel Bryan moved the ref and cost Edge the match like multiple times. It was so infuriating. And of course, Edge, after that, took it out on Bryan by putting his head onto a steel chair and hitting with another steel chair. And then fucking Jey Uso messed shit up too. It could have been Edge's night, but of course they put Roman Reigns. And actually, the ending was kind of cool. He pinned both of them at the same time. Other than that, it was a terrible, terrible end. And yeah, it should have been Edge's year. The thing is, I don't think he's got another WrestleMania. If he does, that'd be great, but this could have been his last one. He could have won the Universal Championship. Would have been a great way to have his last WrestleMania, if it's his last one. Hopefully he comes to WrestleMania again. I get to see him again this year in Arlington, and I can see WrestleMania Edge again. But then again, we'll see what happens. And yeah, that was night 2. Very varied, some great matches, a terrible match, a match that was way too short. But other than that, it's a great wrestling pay-per-view. I was there in person. So, like DX says,
suck it.